Okay, Patrick, welcome to Spill It with Morg.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, how are you feeling about this?
I don't know. You've not told me much.
So we're going to do this a little bit differently. With my first one, I had Taylor and I made a drink, but this time we're going to be taste testing the tequila High Noons.
Yes.
Which you've already tried the strawberry.
I have.
Thought it was pretty good. So we're going to be taste testing them. You excited?
I am.
So what we're going to do is we're going to taste test each one. I want us to rate it out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we'll start with the strawberry one. I know you've already had it, but maybe a second taste just to confirm.
One that's probably not as cold as the one I had too.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not, but that's okay. Is that enough for you?
Sure.
Okay, ready? Cheers. Oh boy.
It actually is kind of cold.
Oh.
You don't like it?
No, the tequila's just very potent. I was not expecting that.
It's good.
It's
I
good.
really like it. It's like
good.
a strawberry daiquiri soda.
Hang on. the tequila is pretty strong in that.
I don't like tequila normally, so
I know. I'm kind of shocked that you like that. Okay, so we're doing the next one. Oh wait, what would you rate that out of 10?
7.4.
7 point. That's very specific. I think I'm gonna give it a
one
7.
sip. Everybody knows the rules.
I think I'm gonna give it a 7. That's what I would give it. Okay, moving on to grapefruit. You haven't tried this one. Do you normally like grapefruit flavored things?
I don't know. I've not had a lot of grapefruit.
Okay. Oh, it smells good. It smells really, really good. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's cheers it.
That one's not as good as the strawberry, I don't think.
Yeah, I'll give that a 6, I think.
5.6.
5.6. Okay. All right. Next up is the lime. I think I'm going to like this one
I think
best.
this is just going to be like a margarita, kind of.
Yeah, but I also really like tequila, like with lime juice. So I feel like this is gonna be a hit. I feel like. All right, here we go.
That doesn't even smell.
I think I smell the grapefruit.
I do too.
This is the downfall of putting it all in one cup. Okay, here we go. We'll try.
That is a Sprite, almost.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
Sprite and then a margarita.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite one so far. So I'm gonna give that one an 8.
What did I give the strawberry?
7.4.
I'll just go flat 7. It's good, but it's not as good as the strawberry to me. I like the strawberry.
Okay, that's fair. All right, passion fruit. I'm a little scared about this one because passion fruit and tequila together, I don't know how I feel about that.
Also, every time I think of passion fruit, I think of you pouring a High Noon into Andrew's beer and him mixing passion fruit and beer together and just violently throwing up. Shout out, Andrew.
I forgot about that. I'm evil. It's all right. It's all right. Just love to mess with you guys a little bit. Look. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wait. That is delightful. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Bad.
I'm pleasantly surprised by that one.
I've never had passion fruit before, so I don't even know what it tastes like. Or like
I have never had like the actual.
It sounds familiar. It tastes familiar, but yeah. I don't.
It tastes like a mango, like mango mixed with pineapple.
Kinda.
Like very, very tropical.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like what did I give? I give this one an 8. I think I did.
I don't remember.
So I think I'm gonna give the passion fruit one a 7.5.
6.4.
6.4. Okay. So for Patrick, I'm gonna have to really make sure I call you by your full name rather than Patty.
You can call me Patty. I don't care.
Okay. Our friend group calls him Patty. Okay. So strawberry is number 1 for you. What's number 2?
The lime.
Lime. And then 3?
Not grapefruit, passion fruit.
Passion fruit and then grapefruit.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine's going to just switch around a little bit. We're going to have lime here, passion fruit here, strawberry here, and grapefruit here.
Disrespect to the strawberry.
The strawberry just wasn't as good as what I thought it was going to be. I was expecting more strawberry flavor. I don't know. All right, so Patty, What is your favorite? You're a beer drinker.
I am a beer drinker.
So what is your favorite one?
Oh, I have like a 3-beer rotation usually.
Okay, let's hear it. What's your top spot most of the time?
So in the past, it's been Busch Light.
Mm-hmm.
Always what we drink in the summers by the pool and everything. But since basketball season's rolled around, they sell Bud Light, Coors Light, and Miller Light at Assembly Hall now. So kind of become a Miller Light guy. So
Miller Lite is good. It's
Busch
smooth.
Light or Miller Light. Right now, Miller Light's number one. Probably
Yeah.
Busch Light 2, and then third would probably have to be Mick Ultra. But I can really drink anything except Coors, really. And I can drink Coors, but it's just not preferable.
Not the number one choice.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I like Busch Light as well. I almost called it a Busch Latte.
It is a Busch Latte.
It is. It is. I actually really like those too. I think that those are easy to drink, and it's just something that you guys always have.
It's a good starter beer.
It's definitely good to have. I also like Miller Lite. I think Miller Lite's really tasty.
I think it tastes better than a Busch Light.
See, I'm a Blue Moon girl. I really like Blue
Those
Moon.
are good.
Yeah, especially the light ones.
Craft beers are good.
Those. Yeah.
I like the feed store beers.
Yeah.
I'm not a big.
Shout out feed store.
Yeah, shout out feed store. I'm not a big sour guy. Sours are just.
I love sours. They're so good.
They taste bad.
You haven't had the right ones, I don't think. Or do
Probably
you like
not.
sour stuff?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's so shocking to me that you don't like sour beer.
Sour Skittles, all-time top
so
candy.
Good. So good. I like Sour Patch Kids a lot.
Those are good too.
Or
do you like the Sour Patch Kids, or do you like the watermelon?
I like them both. There's a strawberry one out too, and I had that yesterday. It was pretty good.
Ooh.
That's actually, yeah. The grape one, not sour. Because it even says at the top, not as sour.
Interesting.
And I didn't read that when I bought them because I was so excited. I love grape flavored things, so I was pretty pumped. But well, part of this is kind of going through how I've made friends with the people that I have. So from your memory, as best as you can say, how do we become friends? Or how do we know each other?
Our parents worked together.
Yes, they co-own a business together.
And our grandparents before that.
Yes,
so,
the generation.
Long as I can
probably
remember.
Stop with us.
Long as I can remember, I've known you. So
yeah.
Day one homie.
That's right. That's right. We grew up together. Our dads worked together. Grandpas worked together. So yeah, we've always known each other.
Yep.
And then I feel like for a bit, like whenever you were in high school and I was in college, we weren't as close.
No.
And then
we still saw each other, but it wasn't like.
Yeah.
Because I felt like when we were both younger, we were always out here at your grandma's pool.
Yeah.
And then, you went to college, came back, and then I was like finishing up high school. Mm-hmm. And it was like we'd see each other, but we didn't talk as much type deal. And then, when was it that we started all hanging out together again? I can't even remember that.
I don't even know what year it was. But
it was right after COVID, I think.
Yeah, after I got out of my relationship, my last one, and then I kind of moved back home.
Yeah.
My logo that I'm using for Spill It With Morg, you created that.
I did.
You created it for me.
I did.
I did ask for your assistance, but I'm super excited because I really like that cartoonized look. I think that's a really cool look. And so when I remember that you did that, I was like, I'm going to have Patrick create my logo.
And that's the first thing I had done, literally probably since last year, because I made one of Xavier Johnson and Trace right before the tournament started last year. It's really the last thing I had done.
Last thing that you've done, yeah.
Still got it.
Still got it. And I really like the logo. I think it's really cute. I like it a lot. Maybe you don't think it's cute, but I really
It looks cool.
It does. It does. I really like the purple background because purple's my favorite color. So I think you did a great job with that. Yeah. So, Taylor came up with the name. You came up with the logo. Like, what have I done? That's my own. I guess I actually do the interviews.
Your name and likeness is what's being used.
That's true. I thought I had to give you a shout out, though, for creating the logo.
Appreciate it.
So if you want to go ahead and give yourself a plug here on your business and what you do on the side.
I have to look at my Instagram if I can get it pulled up.
It's the name of it.
PT Designs. Morgan can tag it in the YouTube video.
And with your permission, am I allowed to share a couple pictures of what you've done?
For sure.
Then I'll
go ahead.
I'll throw up a couple. and let everybody see the work that you've done.
Go for it.
So
it's just a hobby, really. So
yeah,
if anybody's interested, I can't promise you I'll get back to you in a timely manner, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I got a
You
real
only
job
did with
too,
me because I
so.
was pushing you to get it finished.
Yeah, and you just needed it quick too.
I
So.
did. I was like, I kind of need
But-
this right now. So. Okay, so moving on to the next topic. Something that you and I both have dealt with as young, single, 20-year-olds,
Yeah.
20-something-year-olds, dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to share which ones you've had? And I know you don't have many more.
Yeah.
But which ones have you used in the past?
So I've been on different apps at different times, like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, but I really don't. I didn't really use them a whole lot. Like,
Yeah.
there came a time where, like, I think when I first got them, I was on them more than I was later on. But like as time went on, they kind of just sat there. I never really got on them.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't like overly concerned about that kind of stuff.
Actively
Yeah,
trying.
it's just whatever kind of deal.
Which one was your favorite to use?
I feel like there was different apps for different things too. Like each app has kind of like their own, like, I don't even know the word I'm trying to think of. Like
their own vibe.
They're all known for their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would say Hinge was the one that I enjoyed using the most.
It's the one people take more seriously.
Yeah. And then Bumble was probably last.
Is that because the girls had to start the conversation?
I mean, that was kind of dumb, I thought, because most of it was just like, if you would match with somebody, nobody ended up ever messaging anybody. So it was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But then Tinder's just Tinder. So.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was in college, really the only main dating app at that time was Tinder. And it's funny to see like how it's developed over to like what it's become. And I feel like people do, and I mean, I'm sure some people out there do take it seriously.
Yeah.
I never took Tinder as seriously as I did like Hinge. I mean, I met my ex through Hinge.
Yeah.
And I think Hinge is probably the better one to use if you're actually really trying to make it of something.
Probably.
If you're just trying to meet people and just have a good time, like maybe Tinder's better for you.
Maybe.
And then Bumble's kind of just in between. Like, I think Bumble was like, it was hot for a while and it was working really, really well. And then it died down.
There's literally a setting on Bumble where you can just like meet friends.
Yeah. And
or
you can
use
business.
It for business too,
yeah,
which is kind of weird.
Well, I think it's kind of cool too in a way, but I also want to be like, is anyone actually using it for those
just use
features?
LinkedIn.
Yeah, I feel like for that, it's probably not as utilized for those things.
It's definitely not.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Hinge was my favorite. I deleted mine. I now have re-downloaded Bumble for the 50th time. We can only hope that it'll work this time. Actually, I'm not taking it too seriously. No, my goal is though, there's this guy that goes to my gym.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to see if he's on Bumble. That's a good way to figure out if he's single or not.
It's like, hey, are you on Bumble?
Yeah, walk up to him and say, hey, are you actually on Bumble? Like, I'll wait to match you there. I'm not going to keep this conversation going. If I ever get the guts to go up to him.
Slide in the DMs.
Yeah, well, I don't know his name. I know nothing. So I thought if I could try to find him on the dating app first.
Just ask him.
Yeah, well, that's easier said than done. We know how the last one went.
But at least you did it.
So would you say overall that dating apps are more bad or more good?
Bad.
More bad. Why do you say that?
I feel like just you never know anybody's intentions on a dating app. And like it could be a situation where like, you come into it thinking you met somebody that just has a different idea of what they want compared to what you want. Which I know a lot of people like pretty much have on their profiles and stuff what they're looking for, but like
not everybody's honest with that.
Yeah, it's just easier, I thought, to like if you find somebody you're interested in, you like kind of know them already, just slide in the DMs.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
I feel like the DMs does work better, at least from past. I mean, not for me personally. Hey, you never know what could happen. You never know.
You're right.
You have to go in with the positivity and thinking that it could become something.
True.
Because what if he does respond someday? He won't, but maybe. So for the positivity. No, I'm with you. I think the dating apps sometimes are more harmful than good, and not necessarily harmful in kind of like what, like in addition to what you were saying. I think they're harmful for your own mental health too, because if you're getting liked by all these people that you don't find as attractive, you start to kind of question like your worth and kind of where you're at in terms of attractiveness level. I don't like to say that because who cares, but I feel like you really start to get in your head and think, why are these people not liking me back? Or why am I only matching with people that like don't want to give me the time of the day, don't want to, you know, put effort into it? You know, it really makes you start questioning like yourself and like how you are. And that is definitely the detriment of dating apps.
Yeah, and that was always something that I hated about them was like, if you'd match with somebody, it's like they don't message you or like vice versa or whatever. It just kind of gets to like, what's the point of the whole thing? And then that's when I like just really fell off them, which it didn't take long for that to happen. So I was just like, yeah, these things are stupid. But so shout out to all the people it's worked for.
Yeah, yeah. So from a male's perspective, do you guys think about it as deeply as some girls do? Like I know.
No, I figured like, what's the harm of signing up for them? Maybe
just
something,
seeing what
maybe
happens.
something good would come from it.
Yeah.
But I was like not concerned at all about like who I was matching with or the likes I was getting type thing. So
gotcha. See, for women, I think, and again, I'm just speaking for myself most of the time, and some of my other friends have shared these grievances with me before too. You really start to think, like I told you and Jared about this, that I was messaging this guy, and it was the guy that I went on a double date with Taylor.
Yeah.
And we ended up matching on the dating app, which I thought was kind of funny. And I'm like, is this, you know me? I'm like, is this fate? Is this it? Is this it? But you know, he messaged me for a little bit, talked about hanging out, and then ghost mode, stopped responding. Yikes. And for me, I really got in my head. I'm like, did I say something wrong? Like, did I do something? And what I've had to kind of think is, he probably found someone else that he had a better connection with, or he's.
You never know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, if it is meant to be, it'll be.
And you may have a slight tendency to overreact and overthink things at times.
I do.
But
it's a female thing, you know. Well, not all females are like that, but I think most females kind of get in their head a little bit. It's hard not to. Okay, we're gonna nerd out hardcore. Are you ready?
Sure, let's go for it.
Okay, we're talking Marvel.
All right.
So we're both big Marvel fans, and honestly, it is one of the best like universes to get involved in. Like, you know, there's Star Wars, there's, you know, other ones out there.
Star Wars isn't Marvel, but that's
but I think I personally, and this may be a hot take,
they're owned by Disney. That's the thing.
But I really like Marvel more than Star Wars, I think, because of the complexity and how they're all interconnected somehow. That to me is such a cool aspect of it, and I love it. Like how genius they think and I know they're originally comics, and some of it's a little bit different than it is in the movies, but it's just, I know they're two totally separate things, so it's hard to compare them. But Marvel's just it does a really good job of drawing me in. I'm very obsessed with it.
You're a lot more into it than I am. I like the movies, but the
TV shows are good too.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah. Some of them are really bad too.
Bad. But WandaVision and Loki were both very, very good.
Yes, that is true.
So who's your favorite Avenger?
Well, I know yours.
Yep, we'll go over mine in a second.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like the character and the actor playing them both, I would say probably Thor or Ant-Man, because I love Paul Rudd.
That's the first time I've heard Ant-Man used, and I'm kind of glad, because I feel like he deserves some recognition. I like Paul Rudd too.
He's just funny.
He is funny.
I mean, I like them all, really. I think it'd probably be easier to name who I didn't like rather than who I liked. Like, I don't like Black Widow.
Oh, R.I.P.
She was kind of annoying, I thought.
Don't disrespect the dead like that. Well, my favorite Avenger is Captain America. Duh. It sparked the obsession with Chris Evans. That was what did it for me.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. No, Captain America is the best. He may not be like the strongest, but he is like the best. Like he's got good morals.
I would disagree.
Why?
Iron Man's better. He is. I think he is.
But yeah, Marvel's good. I like Marvel.
I do too.
And I know you're a fan of it, so I had to have a quick discussion with you about it. I know we get in a lot of arguments about it, though, too.
Yes, we do.
We get in a lot of arguments about everything. Both very stubborn individuals.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's all right, though. So we're going to move back into the dating conversation, but this time we're actually going to move like past the dating apps, like when you're actually dating. And maybe we need to talk about like that talking phase, that dreaded talking phase. That's not my favorite, and I know it's like it seems to me so silly nowadays. I know that there's the getting to know each other phase, absolutely.
Yeah.
But this talking phase has got a lot of people playing games and wondering like, how long should I wait to text back? When should I do this? How much effort should I show?
It's
It's
dumb.
so it's driving me nuts, like having to overthink everything. Like you're having to think, am I saying the right thing? Am I coming on too strong? I mean, I come to you and Jared and ask you guys advice all the time. Like, did I say the wrong thing? Should I say this?
This is going back to you overthinking also.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of have to, because
Yeah.
like if I say and I mean, maybe they're not the one if you say the wrong thing and they're like done.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the way we need to start looking at dating.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's getting very toxic.
It's been that way for a while now.
Yeah. So from a male's point of view, again, how would you describe this generation of dating in like, let's say like 3 words?
Well, so like the way I approach it would be different than how I would like describe it for everybody else. But general description of it, I would just say confusing, time consuming, and just strange.
Strange is a good one.
It's just confusing.
It is. Yeah, I would agree with those.
But and that's like the thing, like, you know, I would go into it like if there was someone I was interested in and we got into that talking stage, like I would approach it the same way as if we were already dating. Like there's no reason to me like why some people feel the need to like act differently before they're in a relationship with someone they're interested in. Like I'm gonna be who I am the whole time and not like try to act too cool or something.
Yeah. I think that's the way everybody should approach it too.
Yeah.
Would you say that the term or the saying that goes, if he wanted to, he would, how true do you think that is from a male's point of view?
Interesting.
Because I'm sick of hearing it, and I'm hearing that's not true. No, it actually is true. But it's women that are saying it. So I need to know. And I think it's TikTok, but I just need to know. Like,
for me, like I go back and forth on it because like obviously I think it just depends on like the type of relationship you have now and like the healthiness of it, and like if it's very functional and like good and smooth, or if it's like more rocky. Like obviously if it's like somebody that probably isn't a good match for you, like yeah, if he wanted to he would, but things aren't probably necessarily the best. But like I have no problem with that. Like yeah, I probably I'm a people pleaser though, so like that probably like I would fall into that if I want to I would category. But I don't know where I'm going with this. Like it's just hard to explain. It's very situational. It's very situational. Like
it depends on the person.
Yeah, like and some people like I guess it also depends on like what is being asked of them. Because like you know I'm a very like empathetic and like understanding kind of person, so like getting the context of what's being asked and like the situation that would like come about with them trying to get this done, like it's like sometimes it might not be possible to get it done. So like I feel like it's a very like double-edged sword kind of statement to like, you know, oh, if he wanted to he would, well maybe he can't and there's a reason why he can't. Or like, you know, something like that. But,
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. There's a lot of.
sometimes I feel like people just use it as like a way to like try to not necessarily bring somebody down, but like,
But maybe try so hard on their end.
yeah,
Maybe it's.
which I get. Like, if your effort isn't being reciprocated by your partner, then like I understand completely. But like,
Right.
sometimes I feel like it's people had it bad and then find something great, which is awesome. But they always go back to like the prime example of if he wanted to, he would. But like, it kind of also is like a backhanded compliment sometimes, like, because like it's almost like they're throwing shade at the person who was like bad to them, but they're also super happy with who they have now. Like, and that's like, I'm just not like a kind of like petty person like that. So like, I wouldn't really feel the need to try and throw shade at somebody, which that's where like my whole like kind of ick with the statement is.
So you're
Comes
referring
from.
to, like, for example, like if a girl in her past relationship never like got flowers from her
Yeah.
boyfriend, but then like in a new relationship she does.
And if she's just like trying to like flaunt it and everything, which is fine, but like I don't think there's any like real reason to throw shade at somebody from a former
Yeah.
relationship just to
Yeah.
like.
Especially if the only thing that was like kind of down was like if they just didn't get you flowers. Like if that really
Yeah.
like, I understand when you break up there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
But if that's, I don't know. I'm with you on that. I think
Yeah.
like
It's
trying to throw
just.
some shade is not always the best
Yeah.
way to handle it. And this is only if like the guy really wasn't, or the girl wasn't really that bad. They just this didn't work out.
Yeah.
Now of course if you're throwing shade for someone that's like really hurt you and like has put you through
Yeah.
hell,
That's more
slightly
understandable.
different,
But yeah,
but
it's a very situational kind of
it is.
statement.
Yeah, no, I think you explained it well because I've very much teeter totter. I think I've even said it to you guys before, like when I'm talking about guys I've been talking to. Like if he
Yeah.
wanted to, he would. And then I kind of sit there and think, like, people have jobs, they have lives, they have
Yeah.
families. Like they can't always. Sometimes, he wants to, he just may not be able to. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't mean
That's
that he
that's
doesn't
like the
want
big thing I
to.
have with
Yeah.
that too.
But I think there are also on the flip side of that, there are some guys that they just don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's good to get a male's point of view on that because I feel like I said on TikTok, I just keep seeing all these girls talking about it. And I think it's open to interpretation depending on who
It
the
is.
person is.
Yeah.
So, I think you did good explaining that. Let's move into IU basketball.
Okay.
How disappointed are you in their performance yesterday in the Big Ten tournament?
I am, but I'm not at the same time.
I'm not either because
Penn State didn't miss hardly any shots, and we didn't play good at times, but
that comeback at the
we
end.
stayed in the game.
Yeah. When I saw that we were 10 down and then I was watching in the car, they were coming back and I thought, oh my gosh, we may actually have a chance.
Yeah, it was.
And then it went away. Who's your favorite player on the team this year?
Trace Jackson Davis.
That was quick.
It's not even close.
Okay. Why?
Top four Hoosier of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Who are your others?
It's gonna be. I had a list. I can't think of who it was. I have to look at it. I think it's.
I love how everybody has a list.
I think it's in this order. I think it is Scott May, Steve Alford. I don't know if I put Isaiah Thomas or not. I think I did. Or no, excuse me. Scott May, Steve Alford, Quinn Buckner, and Trace Jackson Davis, I think was what I had. Or if it wasn't Quinn Buckner, it was Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
But he literally got third. He's third all time in scoring after yesterday.
Yeah, which is insane. It is insane. It's really cool to watch.
He's got like another 200 points, which I don't think he'll get to second, but
no, there's not much time left, especially if they get out first round. That's gonna be really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I like Trace too. I think he's a really good player. My favorite player, can you guess who it is?
Nathan Childress.
No, sadly not. Who would you say? Who could you guess?
It's Miller.
It's Miller Kopp. I have his shirt on. This was a very iconic photo. Him holding the stereo above his head. Like,
walk into your trap.
What a boss move. What a boss move. I really like that he did that. I thought it was funny. And then as soon as he was selling shirts, I was like, I have to get one. I need to get some of his Primal shirts too.
I'll show you, which I got ordered a jacket yesterday.
really cool.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
I ordered that yesterday.
See, I want one like that. How much was it? Expensive. I will cut it out.
It was like
I'm gonna vomit.
that was like, but that was like including shipping and handling. That was like what I
Yeah.
paid total. But
Well, I am getting my tax returns. Maybe I could go
Yeah.
ahead and get it. Yeah,
Hoosiers.
I like it. I like it a lot. And I like him more than just basketball though.
Yeah.
Like I follow
He's
him
a
on
good
TikTok. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Like without even really trying. He's
Stay
just
primal.
funny. Stay primal.
I want to really know. So senior day, they said he has like a aerospace engineering degree or something. I want to know if that's like legitimately true or not.
That'd be
because
really cool if it was.
props to you, dude. You are a genius.
He seems smart though with the way he talks.
He went to Northwestern. He's got to be smart.
Yeah, he seems like he's an intelligent person. Which
I wish they'd bring back the primal meals they had after they won last year.
I know,
that was
that
funny.
That was funny. His dog's really cute too.
You keep mentioning this. I've not seen the dog.
I don't know how. He's obsessed with her. Posts her all the time.
I don't think I follow him on anything. Twitter, I do. I don't follow him on Instagram or.
You're missing out.
I'm sorry. I'm not
Oh
the
my
same level of
gosh.
fanatic as you.
He's hilarious. He does cold brew reviews,
Interesting.
which I'm a cold brew girly, so I'm like, yeah, that's right up my alley. All right, you ready for this question? It's a tough one.
Okay.
It's going to require a lot of thinking.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 Pixar movies in order? This is a tough one, and we've gotten in arguments about this one too.
I mean,
I'm going to share mine after you go.
Toy Story's 1-1, Finding Nemo 2. And I'm tempted to say Toy Story 2, but I don't know if I can. I'm trying to think. Can you name some? Because I'm blanking.
There's Monsters, Inc. There's Ratatouille. There's The Incredibles, which I know you're not a fan of.
No, I like The Incredibles. I just don't think it's...
You wanted to knock that one out of the one thing I sent you guys the other day.
Yeah, because it was the worst movie on that.
I liked it. What else? Bugs Life is a Pixar movie.
Oh, boy.
Bugs Life is a good one.
It's going to be between Bugs Life and Monsters, Inc. for that third spot. So Toy Story, Finding Nemo, and then one of those two.
I'm going to make you choose one. I'm going to force you.
I would have to say Monsters, Inc. because I went dressed as Sully for Halloween.
I remember that.
Yeah, we came out here for that.
I remember that. Yeah, no. Disney fanatic over here. My top 3 are Ratatouille, number 1. Number 2, Monsters, Inc.
Okay.
Number 3, Toy Story.
Throw Ratatouille out of there and you got a decent list.
Ratatouille is so good.
I'm not saying it's bad, but there's so many other better ones.
Oh, no, I loved Ratatouille.
The first 3 Toy Stories are better than Ratatouille.
That's a bad take. Maybe the second one, not the third. not the third. And the fourth one, don't even get me started on that one. They need to quit making Toy Stories. Would you agree with that?
They're making a 5th one, and I'm excited for it.
No, I'm done with it. I've lost interest. I'm bored. I don't want any more. See, Lion King, I know that's not Pixar, but they did it right. Lion King 1, Lion King 2, Lion King 1.5,
which
done.
Is super slept on.
1.5 is great.
I love it.
I do too. I think it's really funny. I like Timon and Pumbaa though.
I do too.
Yeah. So what then are your top 3 Disney movies
of all time?
Of all
this
time.
Is this not this isn't including Pixar, right?
Right. Pixar is a a branch of Disney.
Yeah, but you're talking about that.
I'm talking about with Pixar, like there's a specific animation that they
right.
use.
So we're excluding Pixar from this.
Yes, we are.
Okay, I have a sleeper 1-1 pick. It's Treasure Planet.
That's
awesome.
Your number 1?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Interesting. I mean, I've seen it.
I love
it's
it.
Interesting. Out of all the classics, that's what you're going to choose?
Lion King's number 2.
That's what I thought. It's a great choice.
And then 3, I'm going to say Hercules.
Hercules is a good napping one for me. I try that on when I like to nap.
I like that movie. Mulan's
So-
honorable mention.
Ooh, Mulan is so good. Mushu's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. My list goes number 1, Lion King. Are we shocked?
No.
No. I used to.
Your cat was named Simba, wasn't it?
Yeah, my first one.
Yeah.
And I remember holding up my stuffed animals like I was Rafiki. I put all my other stuffed animals on the floor so they could watch the celebration of Simba. And then I would take my Simba stuffed animal and I would hold it up.
Oh my
Hold Pride
gosh.
Rock to see. It was embarrassing. So that was my number 1. Honestly, I'm just gonna like put a little arrow. Lion King 2 was also very good.
Not as good.
Oh, but it was so good though. It was one of those like the sequel movies that does really, really well. I thought it was good. Say what you want.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Number 2, Aladdin.
That's a good one too.
Princess Jasmine's my favorite princess, and
Live
Aladdin's
action
just
remake
good.
was terrible though.
What?
I didn't like it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't. They added so much stuff that I felt was bad.
I thought
Like,
it was so good. I actually love I think that's one of the best live actions they've done with Disney.
I mean, I didn't think it was great. Like, I'm not saying it was bad. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being phenomenal and 1 being terrible, it's like a solid 5. Both of them are.
I understand no one's going to be able to do it as good as Robin Williams. Will Smith did a great job
See,
as Genie.
I
His
don't think
music was great.
he didn't do bad, but it was just.
I thought he did good.
It's
I personally
just-
love it.
My whole thing with what my problem I think is with them is why are you redoing something that's already so good? Like it's
You know,
just
I don't
it's
really.
very
Well,
forced and
it's a way
unnecessary.
for them to get more money. That's why
Come
the
up
whole-
with an original idea, Disney. Yeah,
Well,
I'm
they
talking
do.
to you.
They do.
And they've all sucked, their recent ones.
What's been a recent one?
That Red
Encanto is so good.
never watched it. I don't have any need
Encanto
to.
is amazing.
The last good movie they made was Coco.
Coco's Pixar.
Yeah.
I've changed my Pixar. I've changed it.
Also, can we talk about how can we curse on here?
Yeah, oh, you can say whatever you want.
Can we talk about how dog shit Lightyear was?
I didn't watch it, and it's pretty sad because it's Chris Evans, but I haven't watched it yet because I was going off what you guys were saying. But then again, Toy Story is like one of those that I love because I grew up on, but it's not like something I was excited about, like the new ones coming out. Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh, another Toy Story. Like I mean, I've grown up with it.
You're gonna have a very long conversation on your hands when you have Andrew on here.
I know. So I'm gonna actually bump out Toy Story. I'm gonna put Coco right there. Actually, Coco may be the top one. Coco's so good.
No.
No. I love like the culture of it, the Dia de los Muertos. I thought it was so well done. The music's amazing.
Yeah, but it's not as
Coco's
good.
so good. No, Coco's one of my favorites. I forgot that was Pixar, technically. I like it. Okay, my third Disney movie that I love. I'm having a hard time thinking about it off the top of my head. It's hard to choose 3.
You've got The Lion King and what else?
I would say, honestly, and I would not say this probably 10 years ago, it's Alice in Wonderland as my third. I really, really like that
I don't think
one.
I've ever actually watched it.
It's really good. I mean, they have like said before that it's definitely like based on like her being on drugs and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's still super good. I love the music again in it. I think it's a great one. And I like the colors. I like the different characters that she runs into. I don't know. I've really started to like it as the older I get. Yeah, so those are my top 3 for Disney: Lion King, Aladdin, and Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to Disney in June. I'm very excited.
I'd like to go back to Disney.
Well, we're going mostly because of the Star Wars stuff that's been added.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
I want to build a lightsaber.
Yeah, me too. Okay, wait. On the topic of Star Wars, you and I both have the very strong opinion that the prequels are better
Then what?
than the other ones. All of them.
Now, I recanted that statement later in the night after I said it. The original trilogy are the better movies. I think that the prequels get a lot of hate. The sequel trilogy is awful.
I think the originals, the reason people choose them is because they are simply the originals. Like, and that's
Empire
fine.
Strikes Back is also like top
But
5
I hate to
movies
say
of all time.
it,
Probably the best sequel of all time.
but the
besides The Godfather.
storyline in the first 3 were much better than the original 3, in my opinion.
It's just the it was so drawn out and
Well,
like took too long to get done, and there was like so much stuff that was going on that wasn't necessary in the first three, like the prequels. The third one is really all you need to watch. Revenge of the Sith's the best one.
Revenge of the Sith is the best
Attack
one.
of the Clones is great, Jared. Quit giving your hate on that movie. It's very good.
I like that one too. I think I like their prequels so much because there's so many Jedis, and I really liked the Jedis. Like, I mean, of course, that was like my favorite part growing up was watching the lightsabers, different colors.
Yeah.
You know, in the originals, it's not as common, and then of course in the newer ones, the newer trilogy, they're practically extinct. So it's
Yeah.
like you kind of. I mean, for me, that's not as exciting as a fight scene if there's not Jedis. Like Qui-Gon Jinn is like one of my favorite characters.
Qui-Gon
He's one of my favorites.
Qui-Gon Jinn, Kit Fisto, and Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. Yeah, I want to build a purple lightsaber when I go to Disney.
That would be cool.
I'm going to do it.
I think if you could get one of the white lightsabers.
That'd
like
be pretty badass.
A black one, like
Yeah.
the dark saber, like in The Mandalorian.
Yeah. All right, enough of the geeking out on Star Wars and things like that. All right, rapid fire questions. We're going to have 5,
All right.
always.
Okay.
And they are to be rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay, so don't think about too much. Question number 1. Favorite movie?
Inception.
Interesting.
Oh, it's so good.
Back day or leg day?
Back day.
Summer or fall?
Summer.
Oh, that was quick. Team Selena or Team Haley?
Selena.
Good choice. Basketball season or football season?
To watch or
Watch.
basketball. That's kind of a loaded question because they're during the same time.
Well, I mean, but basketball season, like the height of it right now.
Oh, so you're talking like NFL playoffs or bowl season compared to the NBA playoffs and
let's
March
do that.
Madness?
Because I'm taking March Madness over any of them any day.
You're right.
Yeah.
But the NFL playoffs are 10 times more entertaining than the NBA playoffs.
I was going to say, I agree with that. And you're actually a Bills fan. Is that right? We all know who I'm a fan of.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
Who's your favorite player off the Bills team?
Off of from the Bills?
Yeah.
It's either Stephon Diggs or Josh Allen.
Gotcha. All right, Patty. I think this wraps it up.
All righty.
How did you feel?
I felt good. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Was it intimidating at first? It is. I mean, there's a bright light on you. It's
well, I can't look in it because of the flare off my glasses. So I feel like I've just been like avoiding looking at the camera the whole time. But
that's all right.
Yeah, it was fun.
How would you rate your experience on here out of 10? This may hurt my feelings more.
No, it's not going to. I had a good time. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, it's so early on. I don't.
Would you give it an 8?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take an 8.
7.9. No, I'll take an 8.
You and the point whatevers are just killing me. Okay, so we got to try some Tequila High Noons. These are not sponsored, by the way. I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. They're pretty tasty. So there's not going to be a recipe for this, obviously. Just go buy them. We found them at Kroger. I found them at
maybe your local liquor store. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. So I hope you had a great time on here.
I did. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I appreciate you coming on. And the next guest I'm going to have, it's going to be a mystery for now. It's going to be a mystery.
Do you already know who you're having on?
Nope. That's why it's a mystery.
Oh. I was like, oh.
Well, thank you for coming on here. Maybe I'll have you on here again.
Oh,
I think it'd be kind of fun to have you and Jared on here together.
Oh, boy. It's going to be that would be interesting.
The singletons now turned into the singleton.
Yep.
Oops. All right.
It do be like that.
It do be like that sometimes. All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this.
Like
right,
and
Patty?
subscribe.
And we will see you for the next one.